Hello students, today we will study about the question number 9, that is of exercise 2.2. This is the topic of standard 8 chapter number 2, linear equations in one variable. So in today's sum, the sum is of the type of the ratio. This means in the given question we have given the ratio of any two things, and from that we have to make the linear equation, solve the linear equation and find out the whatever we have asked in the question. So today we will study question number 9. What is the question? The question is, the age of Rahul and Harun are in the ratio 5:7. 4 years later, the sum of their ages will be 56 years. What are their present ages? So, here we have given the ratio of ages of two persons. One is Rahul, second one is Harun. So, the age of Rahul upon age of Harun is equals to 5/7. We have given 5:7. We can write down it as age of Rahul, age of Harun is equals to 5/7. Okay, so now here this 5/7 is what? 5/7 is the ratio. Ratio means these two numbers are maybe different from 5/7. If from the above number and the below number, that means from the numerator and the denominator, if there are common factors, then they are cancelled, and then the result that we have given is 5/7. So we don't know what is the common factor in the numerator and the denominator. So let us take one example. Suppose that there is a common factor 3 and 3 in both the numbers. So what will happen if we multiply this number with 3? 5 3s are 50, and here we get 7 3s are 21. So you can notice that if we cut this 3 and 3, we get the ratio 5/7. In the same way, we don't know if maybe there is a 2 common factor, maybe there is a 5 as a common factor, so we don't know that number. That number is, we don't know. So let us take that number as x. Okay, so the common factor in both the ages is now x. So we have to multiply this 5 with x and this 7 with x. Okay, so you know one thing you have also noticed here, that 5/7 and 15/21 are called the like fractions. That means if we cancel the common factor, we will get the same result as of 5/7. So here that concept we have to use. So as a common factor we have now taken as an x. So now Rahul's age is 5x and Harun's age is 7x. One more condition given in the question is 4 years later. What will happen 4 years later? 4 years later, the age of Rahul and age of Harun, the total of both the ages is equals to 56. That we have given in the question. So the Rahul's age plus Harun's age is equals to 56. But when 4 years later, okay, current age of Rahul is how much? 5x. So 4 years later, that means we have to add 4 to this 5x. So after 4 years, Rahul's age will be 5x plus 4. In the same way, after 4 years, Harun's age is also will be 7x plus 4. Okay, and the total is 56. Now this will become an equation in which one side there is a variable and another side there is a number. Now we will simplify this and find out the value of variable x. So this 5x plus 7x is equals to 12x. 4 plus 4 is equals to plus 8. Right hand side there is a 56. By taking this 8 to the right hand side, we will get 12x is equals to 48. And by again taking this 12 to the right hand side, it will goes in the denominator of 48. So 12 4s are 48. So we will get the value of x is equals to 4. Or simply divide both the side with 12 Here we will get x and here we will get 4. So what is the value of variable we get here is x. Where to use this x? What we have asked? We have asked to find out the current age of the Rahul and Arun's. So the current age of Rahul says is equals to 5x. So age of Rahul is equals to 5x. That means 5 into 4. Why? Because now x is equals to 4. So the current age of Rahul is equals to 20 years and age of Harun is equals to 7x. That means 7 into 4. Why? X is 4. So 7 4s are 28. So the current age of Rahul is 20 years and current age of Harun is equals to 28 years. Okay. So in this way, in this type of sum, when there is a ratio is given, we do not have to suppose any variable. But at the same time, we have to take a common factor as an x. So here we have to use our variable x. Okay. So in this way, we can solve the this type of sum in which the ratio of any two quantity is given. Okay. Okay. So now we will study the question number 10, which is of the same type of the ratio. So what is the question? The question is, the number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio 7:5. The number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. What is the total class strength? So here we have to find out the total class strength. That means we have to find the number of boys and number of girls. Then we will add both of them so that we will get the total strength. So here again we do not have to consider or suppose any number as x. We have to use our variable. Where to use that you know now very well. Okay. So what is the ratio of the number of boys and the girls given in the question is number of boys and number of girls is 7:5. That means we can write down it as 7.5. So now you know that we have to use our variable as a common factor of both these numbers. So now the number of boys is not 7 but it is 7x and number of girls is not 5, it is 5x. But the ratio of both this number is 7.5. Okay. So now one more thing given in the question is that number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. 8 more means greater. Number of boys is greater. Number of girls is smaller. So the number we get for the number of girls is smaller and the number we get for the number of boys is greater. So we cannot directly compare number of boys and number of girls because number of boys is 7x is a greater number, number of girls 5x is a smaller number. So to make both the numbers equal, we have to add 8 to the number of girls. Why we add to the number of girls? Because this number is smaller, this number is greater. So to make both these sides equal, we have to put plus 8 to the number of girls side. Right? And the meaning of more, that means we have to add. Okay. So now in this way, we make an equation. Okay. So now by taking this 5x to the left hand side, what will happen? 7x minus 5x is equals to 8. So the simplification of is 2x is equals to 8 and the value of x we get is equals to 4. Why? Divide both the side by 2, we get here x and here 4. So the now value of variable x is 4. So what is the number of boys we have is 7x. So number of boys is equals to 7x. 7 into 4 because x is 4. So we get the total value is equals to 28. The number of boys is equals to 28. In the same way, now number of girls is equals to 5x. And what is the value of x? Value of x is 4. So 5 into 4 that is equals to 20. So the number of girls we get is equals to 20. You can notice here that number of boys are 8 more than the number of girls. Yes, because number of girls is 20, and by adding 8 to this we get the 28, and 28 is what? Number of boys. Okay, what we have asked? We have to find out the total strength of the class. Total strength of the class means number of boys plus number of girls. So the total students in the class is equals to 28 plus 20 is equals to 48. So this is the total strength of the class. So in this way we can solve this type of question in which the ratio of the two quantity is given. Okay, so this is all about this lecture. Okay, thank you.